The world was a tapestry of fear. Looming shadows stretched from the heavens cast by the tyrannical god Yabadop. His divine power, absolute suffocating, had choked the very life out of the land. Hope, once a flickering candle, had long since been extinguished. Yet from the ashes of despair, a single ember refused to die.
His name was Doyuk, a simple man thrust into extraordinary circumstances. He bore the weight of a world's hope on his shoulders, a burden heavier than any mountain. His spirit, however, remained unbroken, for Doyuk discovered within him a power, an echo of the divine, a chance to fight back.
Dohyuk's power was not like Yabadop's, absolute and domineering. It was subtle, a whisper of potential, the ability to rewind time, but only twice. 2 chances to alter fate, to rewrite the tragic narrative Yabadop had forced upon them. 2 opportunities to challenge a god.
The first rewind had been a painful lesson, a desperate attempt to prevent the tragedy that had befallen his loved ones. He had failed. Yabadop's power, absolute, had crushed his efforts, but it had also revealed a glimmer of understanding. The divine power, for all its might, operated within certain rules.
Yabadop, for all his might, was bound by his own decrees. He had declared the power to rewind time as his alone, a power he wielded to break the spirits of mortals, to revel in their despair. Yet, in his arrogance, he had left a loophole Dohyuk clung to with unwavering resolve.
Doyuk realized that Yabadop could only control the direct consequences of his rewinds. The ripple effects, the unforeseen outcomes, those remained outside the god's grasp. This realization was a double-edged sword. It offered a chance but demanded meticulous planning, a calculated dance with fate.
Section 4. A calculated gamble. Dohyuk's second rewind was not a desperate plea. It was a calculated gamble. He knew the stakes were high, but he also knew that fortune favored the bold. He wouldn't directly challenge Yabadop's power, not yet. Confrontation would be futile without a solid plan. Instead, he focused on a seemingly insignificant event, a single choice made long ago, a choice with far-reaching consequences. This choice, though small, had the potential to alter the course of history.
I will alter the course of this river, diverting its flow to a parched land. This land, though barren now, will flourish with time and care. It may seem small, but in time, this act will nurture a rebellion in Yabadop's blind spot. The seeds of change are often sown in the most unlikely places.
It was a subtle change, seemingly inconsequential against the backdrop of Yabadop's tyranny. Yet, even the smallest ripple can create waves. But Doyuk knew, with time, this small act would bear fruit, nurturing a rebellion in the god's blind spot. Patience and strategy were his allies in this high-stakes game. Section 5. The price of defiance. Years turned into decades. The land nourished by the river flourished, becoming a haven for those who defied Yabadop. A rebellion, fueled by hope and Doyuk's sacrifice, rose from the ashes.
For my defiance, I paid a heavy price.
Yabadop, enraged, stripped him of his voice, his memories. Yet, even robbed of his past, Doyuk never faltered. His spirit, his determination, was etched into the very soul of the rebellion.
You may have lost your voice and memories, Doyuk, but your spirit remains a thorn in my side.
He became a symbol, a silent guardian, guiding the resistance towards their destiny. Section 6. A moment of truth. The final confrontation was a clash of wills, a battle that would determine the fate of all. It was a struggle of divine power against the unyielding spirit of mortals, a test of endurance and faith. Yabadop, enraged by the defiance of his creations, unleashed his full might, determined to crush their rebellion. The very fabric of reality trembled, shaking under the immense power he wielded, threatening to unravel under his wrath as the world itself seemed to cry out in pain.
This is our moment. This is the time we prove our worth. We fight not just for survival, but for our future, for the generations to come. We fight for our right to exist, for our freedom, and for the hope that tomorrow will be better.
But the rebellion, empowered by Doyuk's sacrifice and guided by his strategic brilliance, stood firm, unwavering. They fought with the courage of those who had nothing left to lose, with a fire that could not be extinguished, who dared to challenge a god for their right to exist. for their right to be free.
We will not bow to tyranny. We will not be broken. We will stand, we will fight, and we will prevail. Together, we are unstoppable.
Section 7. Scars of Resilience. In the end, Yabadop fell. His own arrogance, his belief in his absolute power proved to be his undoing. The mighty can fall, and often it is their own hubris that leads to their downfall. The world, scarred but not broken, breathed a collective sigh of relief as the shadows receded. The darkness that once loomed over them was now a distant memory.
The dawn of a new era. I see it now, even with my voice lost and memories a blur. The pain of the past lingers, but the hope for the future shines brighter.
Dohyuk, his voice lost, his memories a blur, looked upon the dawn of a new era. The promise of a new beginning was evident in the first light of day. His story, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, echoed through the ages. It was a story of survival, of enduring the unendurable, a reminder that even against overwhelming odds, even in the face of divine tyranny, hope could bloom. Hope is a powerful force, capable of breaking through the darkest of times. For it is not the power we wield, but the will to fight, the courage to endure that truly makes us unbreakable. It is our spirit, our determination, that defines our strength and resilience.